Hello again. Yeah, as you can see, we're on the move. We've just come through Hungerford Lock, which is there, just above Helen's Head. That would have been an easier way to do it rather than wagging my finger around. Anyway, yeah, we're just leaving Hungerford. Only going to do about a mile and a half today, I think it is. So we're splitting the journey up into little chunks all the way to Newbury. We got a notification earlier today that the locks have gone on to amber and water levels are falling. Hopefully that trend continues with any luck. But, what I'll do now is I'll switch the camera angles. I'll let you see Kimberley Basin, Kim Wharf. So there we go. So you can see the bridge there in the distance, and the boat moored up just this side of the bridge in the distance there. The red and green, dark green one is the Hungerford Rose, the local trip boat. Quite popular. Seen quite a lot of people getting on it the other day while we sat with our friends who were moored up down here. Yeah, I think I'm going to miss Hungerford to a little extent until we come back in September. Quite a useful little town, lots around here to do. Good supermarket and some good pubs. Let's face it, that's the important thing, isn't it? Good pubs. Anyway, as usual, I'll be taking some videos and some pictures. Pictures will be on Facebook. And then I'll put it all together.
It was my first helicopter maneuver.
Yeah, a few years ago. Just to prove it is very rural, we have just left Hungerford. So gone under the bridge where you last saw. There's a water point in Elsan through there. And then you're back out into the middle of the countryside and you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it from being in town. Little jaunt to the next lock. We're only doing 3 locks in total today, and then hoping we're going to find a mooring down there. There's some hard siding, so I don't know, we'll see what happens. So from my video last time, when I said I was at Dunmill Lock, and I wasn't, I was at the old forge, just through those trees there. That is the old Dunmill, if you can see it. Not sure, I can't see the camera at the minute, so we'll find out in a bit whether you can see it or not, I suppose. Anyway, back to going down in the lock. One thing I've learned over the last 4 years, when you start seeing a massive boat like this, you're either somewhere close to a road where it's handy parking or something, or you're joining the queue. However, I'm thinking I'm going to start looking out for a mooring spot before we get to the lock, just in case I've got to back up to one. I'll say it's hard-sided mooring on the other side of it, and they are quite popular because they are rare as hen's teeth on the K&A. Saw someone on Facebook giving the advice to somebody the other day to tie to the Armco wherever you can. Well, obviously not in the K&A, we don't have a lot of it. It's very wild mooring. Still, it's pretty. I think that should do us for the evening. We've stopped a lock early. You can see the lock up in the distance up there. I'll just zoom in. There you go, a couple of workboats there and the lock. So yeah, we've stopped here. Mostly because it's a bit busy and a bit wooded below the lock. You can see there's already trees up here, so. But if I just pan round, I'll show you where I've stopped if I can. There we go, loosen that off. We found ourselves a nice little spot with a little open area, so we're going to sit out, have a few beers, and a spot of dinner. So yeah, there we go. Oh, the sun's right behind me, that's not ideal. But okay, yeah, apart from being a silhouette. Yeah, so tomorrow we are going to Kintbury. Again, an evening cruise, because Helen's still working during the day, so while she's working the day we'll cruise a couple of locks every evening and slowly make our way to Newbury, which isn't far off now. So, like I said, for now, a few beers and a spot of dinner. See you later. And as you can see, the brightly coloured shirt has returned. I know you love it. Everybody loves the brightly coloured shirt. And for those of you that are wondering, no, I'm not wearing it for a bet. I just have zero taste. But I like it. Might be a little bit out of luck as far as the rain's concerned today. It's forecast overnight, and for tomorrow is a little bit damp, which is just as well because I thought the mud was about to dry up, so thank God that's not going to happen. Can't be doing with dry mud now, can we? Heavens forbid. I took a walk down this lunchtime today. Get the dog out for a quick leg stretch. There's only one boat between here and the next lock. So, very quiet. We're only going a couple of locks a day anyway. Not far at all. About a mile and a half at the most. After Kintbury, I think I said previously, the River Kennet starts playing a part in our journey. So I'll probably don a raincoat tomorrow and go for a walk and see what that looks like. I really remember it from last year, coming up through the woods and the river sections dipping in and out. And it was quite pretty, so I should be able to get some good photographs and videos for you all. Fingers crossed. And as you see, we're about to go under the railway. The arch nemesis of the canal. was, of course, the railway that put pay to the canal as a working waterway, really. It can carry more goods much quicker. Back and forth. The irony, of course, being that they had to follow the line of the canal because it made sense. Trains don't generally like going uphill. A lot of the canals are on the flat. There you go. Second lock done, Brunston lock. Second lock done. That was the Brunston lock. And off to Kimberley. So we might go through the next lock. I don't know though. I'll have a look when we get there. I know there's some visitor moorings down there. But again, visitor moorings are very popular because they are hard-sided and they have rings. So the chances of getting moored anywhere close are usually minimal. But we'll see. Anyway, the rain is just about abating. It's a little more than heavy down. Onwards to Kimberley. I am not going anywhere in this. Yuck. That fella's just fussing there. Belongs to the Kimberley trip boat, which is the only horse-drawn trip boat on the K&A as far as I'm aware, which is moored up just there, safe and sound for the night. Haven't seen it go out while we've been here. No doubt with it being a bank holiday this weekend, that is going to be quite a busy one. There we go, on our way officially out of Kimberley on to who knows where. More stunning views, only this time it's West Berkshire. Right there, I'm hoping you can hear me. I'm going to set the microphones on. Yeah, it's recording. There we go. So there we go. That's the overflow sluice from the canal down into the river. It looks a bit rough, mostly because it is. I probably wouldn't go through it myself. Not on a canoe, not by foot. So I'm going to go down and check out what's going on. There's my crewman. Now she's back begging for a stick to be thrown. Ugh. Some lovely borage growing in the side there. Ancient herb. For those of you that are interested in that sort of thing, it is edible. So they say. Never tried it. Okay, so the weir looks like it's probably a little bit further on. So, carry on. Let's go set the lock. And we'll bring her through. And while Helen brings the boat into the lock and gets all settled down, I go back and do those things. Hello, little bug on my shoulder. That is the weir. and the landing just after. I'll zoom in a bit. Don't know if you can make that out. You can see there's a bit of a flow. Well, it's not really a weir, it's an outlet, so where the river joins in. So this bit with the river on. I remember coming through here last year in the other direction, and it was a lot stronger than that. But going with the flow is always different to going against the flow. Against the flow, you've got more control. So I think I'm going to hop on board and drive and get us in on that landing. Anyway, back to crewing. Again, happy to admit when I'm wrong. There's a small landing just before the river comes out over there. So we're going to try and get on that first. And Helen's opted to drive, so I'm staying ashore. But let's wander down here while the lock empties. And I can show you a bit more detail. So, sorry, that's all sky. That there is the River Kennet. There are ripples on top of it, which suggests to me there's a slight undercurrent, which is something to be wary of. But, there we go, a lot of that in the water there is caused by us coming out of the lock. And we're going on. One thing that is interesting to my mind, difference in the watercolours. So to the bottom of the screen there is the river water. To the top, all the silty canal water coming out of the lock. And there are loads and loads of mayflies. There we go, that worked. We are now in the flow of the river. Managed to go on that short landing first.
Yeah, if I remember right, I was there last year.
Yeah, it was much faster when we came through last year, as I said earlier. But we just used the flow there to push the nose out and get us back on the go. So, on to the next lock. And that is where this particular bit of river leaves us. So it's only a short section, a few minutes. It's also the winding hole, which you can tell because there's people moored on it.
So it's not a winding hole then?
It's a bloody winding hole.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're just moored off in it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's the no mooring sign.
Okay, so we went a little bit further than I had anticipated, a little bit further than two hours. Time now is 7:20. We've just moored up. And we are between, let me just insult the coracle. If you haven't got one of these, get one. In fact, get a whole set, they're brilliant. Where are we? Not there. There we go, between Hampstead Lock and Benham Lock. So 81 to 82. 82, fabulous year. Anyway, we are kind of on the outskirts of Newbury. Well, not kind of, we are on the outskirts of Newbury. It's not too much further from here. However, we are in the middle of nowhere. This is really rural. We don't normally get the chance to moor somewhere like this because of the amount we have to drive and we need the vehicles about. So what I'll do, let's change it round. Would you look at all that? Middle of the woods. Helen's got enough signal on the Wi-Fi router to be able to oh, train. As I said previously, there are a lot of trains around this part. I'll just keep spinning this round. You'll see my pretty face again, you lucky people. See, there I am. Wonderful. Keep going round. Little wobble. And back to the start. Wonderful. There you go. So we are in the middle of nowhere. There's another boat a bit further up there. Just this side of the neck, which comes in just before the next lock. But here we are. It's dinner time. I'm hungry and I've got some beers on board, so I think I might have a beer too. Lucky me. Anywho, I've got to go cook. I'll see you later. We'll set off and leave in Kimberley-ish. I believe that house up there is the old vicarage. I'm guessing at that because the bridge around the corner is Vicarage Bridge.